Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Subsistence. Today, we are just going to head out for just a bit and get some wood. We need it. We don't have any. It is October, I think. It's October. It'll soon be winter. Hopefully, we're prepared for it. I don't necessarily think that we are, but hopefully, we're a little bit prepared anyway. And maybe we can get some more solar panels and that kind of stuff done for the winter. Maybe we can get some of that done. I know we need to get started working toward a diving station, that kind of stuff. We need pearls. We need to unlock a couple more of the benches. So maybe we can get started working toward the diving station and a couple of the others that are necessary to unlock several more things in the game. I know there's a bench that's locked behind the diving station. Maybe there's a couple. I'm not quite sure on that. But we need to definitely get at least the diving station up and going. It won't happen today, guys, but we do need to see what it's going to require for us to get that done. We need to start working on more power storage, more mass storage, even though we don't have the ability currently to gather a ton of extra power. We could always use the solar panels that we have crafted, although I would desperately really hate to do that. Oh dear, wolf. I really wouldn't want to do that, although I would if I absolutely needed to. Let's just hope the wolf isn't still chasing us. I don't see that it is. There's some scrap over here. Need to grab that. There was a rabbit, I think, up here. That's not a rabbit, that's scrap. It's super dark this morning. I'm not quite sure why. I guess because it's still super early in the morning and we're just out and about chopping wood, trying to get some stuff done. So I hope you guys are still interested in this series. The views have fallen off quite a bit. That's partially my fault because I've not been very active with it. This is a very slow progressing game, guys. If you've played this in real life, you know how slow this game can be, especially when you don't have just hours and hours and hours to spend in real life grinding up all the stuff you need. Because if you do that, like even if you're playing at home and you're not recording and editing and all of that stuff, you're just playing at home and you have several hours to sit down and grind up a bunch of resources, that's gone very quickly. It takes forever to progress very much in this game. I mean, you have to put a lot of hours into this game. It's a very slow, grindy game, but it is a lot of fun, especially if you have the time to do that. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time to play off camera this game, at least. I don't really play very many games off camera anyway. I do have a couple other series that are running. I've started the Planet Crafter, if you guys are interested in that. I have a couple of episodes of that out. I try to upload those on Fridays. Probably should try to upload more than 3 days a week, guys, but I really just don't have the time for that. I'm lucky to get 3 days a week out currently. But maybe in a bit we can start. I really want to start streaming, guys. I really need to start streaming because these games, like these grindier games, you could get a lot done in say a 2-hour stream. And you know, I could do that on days that I didn't record and have to edit and all of that. So currently it would be Tuesdays and Thursdays. I would have to figure out a time that worked for me. Maybe it would have to be different times through the day. Maybe it would be late afternoon, late evening. Maybe it would even have to be at night, guys. I'm not quite sure yet. It's the timing that gets me. I am super busy. Always super busy right now with the house and the move and all of that. We are hopeful to get moved in the next month or so. Very hopeful, not quite sure it's going to work out, although maybe we can, push that along and try to get everything done. If you're not aware, guys, we are building without contractors, so we're building in our free time. And everybody that's seen the house, that came out and done inspections, want to know who's building it, which contractors we're using. That's why it's taken us like 2 years to get this house done, guys. We're building it without a contractor and without a loan. So we're building it, as we can. And not only are we building a house, my parents are also building a house, which makes things a little bit more complicated when both my husband and my brother work full-time jobs. My husband works upwards of 60, 70 hours a week every week, and then works on our house at night and then on the weekend as well. And then Saturday, Sundays are mostly spent with our family and his family, or with my family, sorry, and his family. We do Sundays with his parents and Saturdays with my family. He doesn't have any brothers or sisters, so we try to make a point and do that on Sunday, spend the day with them. We bring Copper along, of course, and, we get into all kinds of stuff on Sundays most of the time. And Saturdays as well. Copper goes with us everywhere we go. He loves to travel. So that's why our house is taking so long, guys. That's why our move-in date just keeps getting pushed back, because unfortunately things happen and, we cannot avoid that. And then sometimes things just don't go as planned. We were hopeful to be moved in by the end of the year. And again, I don't think that's going to happen, but maybe before like spring is really in full swing. So maybe by the end of the winter, maybe in the next month or two, I'm not sure. But we're very hopeful. We'll get there at some point. Finding those 2 crates, I think, were the first 2 crates of the day, which is lovely. Very excited about those. Love finding the crates. Not so much the lock crates, because it reminds me that I never, ever, ever make lock picks. And it makes me a little bit sad that I don't have those. I was trying to get a little bit of wood, guys. We're pretty desperate for that. I do have a couple of things in my inventory that I don't necessarily need. I have a foundation and a quarter wall piece. I was trying to get those prepared to take over to the lithium area as well as the obsidian area. I want to make sure that the BCU is right on the line and that it reaches both areas as well, so that I can do a lithium mining drill as well as an obsidian mining drill. And that way we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak. We can have both of them running, getting the 2 ores that I'm not able to get very easily. So hopefully that'll work out for us. Very hopeful in that situation as well. We went last night to see my husband's cousin, sorry. His wife and himself. They had a baby last night. Very excited about that. They did name him after my husband, which I thought was just the sweetest thing. I said it was my husband's cousin, but they grew up more like brothers, always together. They're a little bit of an age gap there, but they're still very, very close. We see them all the time. He hunts on the property that we bought. So yeah, very, very close. And we absolutely adore him. He's just the sweetest guy ever. And the baby as well. His wife is a very sweet woman as well. But very excited about that. Cute little boy. Named him after my husband, which, just tickled my husband to death beyond belief. He's super excited about it. It wasn't their first child either, so they have more than the baby from yesterday. Okay, let's head over this direction, guys, because I would like to see if there's any crates over here. We did get 77 wood this morning. Very, very lovely. We were desperately needing it as well. I do need to craft some more planks, that kind of stuff. I need plenty of plant fiber as well. There's a crate just here. Very, very nice. Some more nails. Can't complain about nails. I really need to move everything down one. Like that. I use the pickaxe quite a bit when I do have a pickaxe on me. I do use it very often. I try to get as many ores as I can find, guys. I really do. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have a ton of ores when we start building like the ATV, if we decide to do that. I'm not quite sure on that yet. But if we decide to build one, we'll do that at some point. We probably won't have enough oars for that. So if you're expecting this series to move along at a very, very fast pace, guys, be warned, it's not going to happen. I don't have the time to put into it to move it along and say like 50 episodes or less. I just do not have that kind of time. I wish I did. Unfortunately, I just don't have it. But we really want to grab as much plant fiber, as much wood, as much of this stuff as we can, because we are going to need it. I hear a bear. I'm not quite sure where it is. Just up there. The fortress base is just hanging out over here. And then the Bravo base is up on the hill. We've raided that once already. I'm just trying to get away from the bear so that he just stops chasing me. It's not that big of a deal. He's far enough away from us that I don't foresee him being able to attack us at the moment. There's another crate right here, which is lovely. I don't mind that at all. The nails are very nice. Let's just grab the plant fiber just here. I would really like to get some more food. We don't have a lot of meat. Really would like to get some of that as well. I really need to move all of the base up by half a block as well. That's going to take some effort. Definitely going to take some effort to do. It looks like our crops are nearly grown. Completely grown over here. I'm not mad at this at all. We need these tomatoes desperately, guys. We are desperate for these. We don't have a lot of them in the base. Let's just make sure we don't have any extra seeds in here either, because I want to keep as many tomatoes as I can. We have 1 seed, so let's split in half. And then let's extract 5 seeds, so that's 6. We need 2 more. And then we'll put these tomatoes in the fridge in just a moment. Let's replant these so they can start growing, which would be lovely if they could. They do have water and fertilizer as well in there, so they're doing great. Not a big deal. So now we're up to 24, guys. We have been working super difficult, or super hard on trying to getting this done. Getting some food, all of that loveliness. We want to keep the kelp for when we need antibiotics through the winter. We do keep a couple of liver as well. We need some water now also. We need to get that done. So we have a couple of solar panels in here, guys. We also have the ability to place down a foundation. We have a foundation and a quarter wall. We need a BCU over at the mining drill location. We have 2 more circuit boards to craft a 3rd solar panel, which I think will be lovely. The mining drill, fully upgraded, does not require a ton of power. I think it's like 0.19. We're currently getting 0.51 into this base. We're using 0.12. So if we could get 3 solar panels over at an outpost, maybe that would be enough to generate enough power to be able to run the mining drill continuously. Maybe it wouldn't last all night, but it would be lovely if it would. Probably not going to happen. I hear a plane outside as well. Very lovely. Cannot place those in there. I don't have enough power and mass right now to be able to do anything with those. Where did they go? Okay. At least we can't throw them out on the ground and lose them. I do see these birds outside, but there's the plane. It's going that direction. What's over that direction? Just out of frame over here. There's no map section over that way. I don't know. Maybe it'll come back around and then crash. I don't know. If it did, we probably would attempt a plane crash now that we have armor and things like that. We do have armor here. Probably need to put some fuel in there as well. We have a lovely snow outside my house right now in real life, guys. We did get about 1 inch of snow. It's very, very pretty. We don't have enough wood that I'm comfortable using it, but we don't have a ton of plant fiber either. Okay, we have some cotton. We need a couple of things, guys. We need to figure out what it's going to take to get the mining drill going. We need the VCU done as well. Let's just see what we've got here. To craft a BCU, we need 4 planks. Can we craft 4 planks right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should give us enough material to get the VCU up and going to take over there. We'll take the other solar panel as well. And we probably need some more power storage. Maybe some mass storage. I wouldn't think we would need mass storage over there at all. So maybe just power storage. 1,000 power should be okay, I would imagine. I know a lot of you guys have left comments on what I need to take over there, but I feel like 1,000 power would be okay with the mining drill. I may be completely wrong, guys, and I'm okay if I am. I'm okay with that. I'm okay being completely wrong. Okay, so we have the fuel brick. We're waiting on that. We have the last of the planks. We don't need anything out of this crate to craft the BCU. We need in this one. Let's get that crafted. What do we need for power storage as well? Power storage is 7 planks. A couple of things that we do have the ability to do right now. I really need to do that. I need to get another solar panel crafted. I need more mass. I could run the mass fabricator right now and get that done, and then we'll wait on the power storage. We'll do that right before we head over there. Do we have enough room maybe in this crate to store a few things away? Like you. Let's see if we need to put this fuel brick in here right away. I'm going to wait just a moment on that. Let's grab some water for our canteen from our water source over here. Lovely. Our cotton is nearly completed. A little bit of fertilizer would go a long way with that. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of it. We need the ash for making adhesive, so we need to get that as well. Okay, so when we get the mass stored here, guys, we'll craft another solar panel. I'm just going to head out again, grab some more wood, look for any extra crates. That chicken would be nice to have for a snack later, because we're probably going to get hungry later. So it would be nice to have that chicken. It doesn't seem like it's too much of an issue to get. It wants to stand still, but of course I missed it. I don't know, guys. I think I do better when these guys are like moving and I can barely see them. Because I just aim for the bar, like the edge of the green bar, the health bar. I usually aim for that when I cannot see them. So I do think it's better for me when I can't see the chickens or the rabbits. Continue grabbing plant fiber, guys. If you noticed in our crate, we had less than 100, I think. Maybe right at 100. It wasn't very much more than 100, if any at all. So we're going to grab as much of that as we can. We left the mass fabricator running, which is scary in and of itself because it takes a lot of power to run that thing. So we're not going to be gone for very long. I do just want to, make use of all of the daylight hours that I do have and looking for crates, looking for loot, grabbing plant fiber and wood and all of the things that I desperately need to be able to move forward in this game, because currently we are pretty well stagnant at this point. Ooh, there's a crate over here. We're basically just looting and, looting. We're not really doing any building at this point. We don't have a lot. Hey there, Stone. We don't have a lot of resources for building. We don't have a lot of resources really for anything at this point. So we're just trying to gather up whatever we can find, and be satisfied with that until we are able to get better loot, better quality loot, and be able to progress a bit further. Let's head over this way just a bit. We're staying very, very close to the base. Hey there, chicken. I don't want to be too far away from it because I don't want to forget the mass fabricator is running. Wonder if I could get that ore right there. Maybe from this angle? That's a lot of stamina for a little bit of iron. A lot of stamina for a little bit of iron, for sure. But we have it, and that's okay. Probably could have gotten it easier from the top up here, but I did not do that. Didn't even consider that fact. If you did not know, guys, we have raided one of the bases in the past. We didn't get a lot of loot from them. We did get some, but it wasn't anything to write home about or anything like that. It was not a super difficult raid either. I was surprised by that, honestly. If we decide to raid them again or to increase the difficulty on the game, if we decide to increase the difficulty, they would still be the Bravo base over there, but the second base that would spawn in would be a Bravo base as well, or a tier 2 base as well. Because it would be as though you've used the BCU cracker on it and, you know, moved it and all of that stuff, because we started out with the alpha base and then it disappeared when the Bravo base spawned in, or sorry, the fortress base spawned in. I did not know that, guys, when I started playing, and the very first time that happened to me, I thought like my game was broken. I was very concerned about the game itself. I had no idea what was going on. Okay, so let's just get back in the base, guys. We do have like a completely open base here. Like anyone could just walk right in. That easily. We do try to keep this door closed as much as possible, just because they would have to break it down if they came in that direction. But it is what it is, guys. It's not too concerning to me. Okay, let's go ahead and use that fuel brick now. As you noticed, our fuel level was completely gone, nearly. Let's get this piece of chicken cooking. Let's put all this stuff away. Just make sure we still have power. Oh dear, oh dear. Turn on. Whew. That is why, guys, you do not ever want to leave the BCU or the mass fabricator, sorry, running, for that simple reason. Like, we could have lost everything had we been out just a little bit longer. We could have lost all of the food that we had, especially the meat that was in there. Even though we don't have a ton, we could have still lost everything that we did have. Because when you run out of power and you regain power, your fridge does not turn back on automatically. You have to physically turn it on, which is something I really wish would change. I wish as long as you had power, it would remain on. And if you didn't have power, then it would go out and, you know, be completely off until power regained. That's what I would like to see. Some of you may think that's just a bit too easy and that this way is more realistic. And that may be true as well. We need one piece of mass, one little mass point. We don't have anything other than this glow stick. We'll just throw it in there. It gives us 2 mass. So we have 150, so we barely had 149. So 2 mass, we should have really gotten 151, but unfortunately the game does not always recognize points like you see them on the screen. Because technically the refrigerator is running at 0.11 power, and with nothing else on at all, it shows 0.12 over here. So technically there might be a few extra decimal points on the refrigerator and it just rounds up in the BCU. If that makes sense, guys. I hope I didn't confuse anyone with that. Electrical bench. Let's check out the diving station as well. So to get that, we need 4 circuit boards. Wow, that's expensive. We're definitely going to have to get the mining drill up and running over at the outpost for that. But anyway, guys, the sun is starting to set. I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Maybe if you did, consider leaving a like on it. Maybe subscribe if you're new here, if you haven't already subscribed. Maybe if you have subscribed, check that to make sure you still are subscribed. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're looking forward to future episodes. And I can't wait to catch you guys in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day.